Hello, Froggy here, and I hear that there are now chess pieces in Destiny. And not the ones that I normally find, but I'm going to be collecting them in a little bit of a different way. We're going into the strike on the Dreadnought, the Sunless Cell. It's currently the Nightfall, so I can use that to easily get in there solo, and I'm curious which of the chess pieces we can actually collect. Probably not any of the ones that are in the strike proper, but that leaves at least Hall of Souls and Trenchway, which I think should be doable. You don't have to do this in the Nightfall, naturally, or even the strike. You could just do regular Nether if you don't mind getting RNG for going to the right locations, but we've got no enemies to deal with here, so also a bit more fun for me. Anyways, step 1 is going to be getting out of the Mausoleum, and luckily for us, this shield wall does not prevent us from going back here, and as often ends up being the case for these sort of mission things, if you leave the intended zones, you can summon sparrows. So that is pretty nice, and we're going to be using this to race the Hall of Souls barrier, which does in fact spawn in. So I'm going to go bring this sparrow to the edge of the load and get off on the right side just so I don't accidentally trigger it. And I am setting a spawn point far away and then right at the sparrow so I can guarantee that that's where I will respawn. Now just gotta go exit the hub area to make sure that the barrier isn't preloaded. If you do this, you actually get a few more seconds before the barrier spawns in. If anyone else is in your party, they will have to also leave that hallway, or you won't be able to do this. Naturally, if someone else is in Hall of Souls, you also won't be able to do this, but you can always just go to a different zone like Trenchway if that's the case. Of course, since I am in the Nightfall, the respawn timer is kind of long. Anyways, once you respawn, quickly ride your sparrow and zip on through that door. So we made it through with about a second or so to spare. And we've got chess pieces. I was a little bit surprised to see that they were here and are not associated with Nether secrets, which would have made them ineligible to spawn here. But I'm not complaining. There are 7 in this zone, so that's the first one down, and we've got another coming up here. Feels really weird to have sparrows in these narrow hallways. The next one we'll be grabbing is off to the right. Just a simple jump up. And there we go. I do wonder what the chess pieces are leading up to, because sure seems like they're doing something with them. They don't seem super related to the current season, apart from, you know, the kind of chess taken king whatever, but we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. Keep on forgetting I can just summon sparrows. Those pieces are kind of interesting. But yeah, here there's like 60 of them. And of course I'm going to have to do Nether or one of the missions or something to get the other Nether ones. think this should be number 6. And the last one, you would normally use the Nether puzzle platform things, but because those are tied to a secret, they don't spawn in this version of Hall of Souls. But we can jump right up. Of course, you could just navigator fly or even sparrow fly, but I'm going to keep this pretty basic. And jump over onto this big old wire. And that should be the last one for this area. And that piece is definitely not having a good day. We'll be heading to Trenchway now, if I can remember what direction that's in. There aren't any in Hull Breach, although Hull Breach is quite reachable from the strike as well. Just double checking that I got them all. Yep, 7 out of 24. There's another 5 of them in Trenchway. There's on average 6 per zone that has them. You can generally just crouch into here. I'm having a little bit of trouble, so there we go. And you can sparrow right out of this. They made Trenchway a lot harder to work with out of map in Nether, but from the strike it's very easy. Sparrows make things much simpler. We'll be heading up to the cubby up on the right here, where the secret button and chest stuff would be. The platforms are there, which is nice. And here we have the first of the Trenchway chess pieces. It is pretty nice just to be able to zoom around on a sparrow here. And over on this side, we've got piece number 2. The other 3 are on the other side of the wall. Our third one will be right over here to the left. And the last 2 are on the far left and the right, overhanging off the side. Ah, there we go. And one more to go. And that'll be the last of the ones we can grab from Sunless Cell. We'll have to see where that all leads. I gotta say, it is really quite a novelty to be able to sparrow fly around these parts. Not something you get to do every day in the Nether. And hopefully we'll be able to do that well after this season ends, since we'll be keeping it around for the strike. And that'll about cover it. Good luck getting all your chess pieces, and hopefully that helps remove some of the randomness. But that'll put you at 12 for the Nether, and you'll just need to get the Founts and the Mausoleum later. Anyways, good luck and happy exploring.